Hey folks, Turbine Guy coming back at you. So today I want to spend a few minutes talking about Biden's inflation bill and dissect a little bit the green energy components of it as the details are trickling out and they are kind of hard to find. So number one in all of this is that $370 billion is going to be available in tax credits for all the various options in it. Now, I am not opposed to tax credits. I know I'm in the green energy field, but no matter what field you're in, a credit is allowing you to claw back some of the money the government already took from you or is taking from you. So this is a way to keep some more of your own money in your pocket. So I am a tax credit guy in general. Now, EVs, electric vehicles, are going to qualify for $7,500 for brand new EVs. And something new, pardon the pun, is that used electric vehicles are going to qualify for a $4,500 tax credit. How's that for something, huh? You can buy a used car and the government's going to help you do it. Something else new in this bill that has not been seen before is that hydrogen vehicles are now going to qualify for tax credits as well. Now, go ahead, buy your hydrogen vehicle. I'm not sure where you're going to be able to fill it up, but for some reason, that's in here too. Now, being in the renewable field, as I said, the tax credits for solar, wind, geothermal, and a whole list of things was going from 30% to 26% this year to 22% next year. Now, I've been telling people who diss on the Republicans that they're against green energy that Trump is the one who saved the tax credits and Obama let them expire. And when Trump came in, boom, he repopped in that 30%, fired it right back up. And for a few years, we've had that availability to help the industry. And that was going to be going away after next year. But finally, the Democrats come around and do what I would consider to be the right thing and jump on the green energy bandwagon that they always tout and have reenacted these tax credits at 30%. There might be other incentives that go with it, but 30%, they're bringing it back up, and it's going to be for 10 years. So for the next 10 years, that 30% tax credit is most definitely going to be there. Something new with this tax credit, because typically they're for geothermal and solar and wind and, some things that are already listed. But if you wanted a battery bank, you had to install solar power with your system in order to get the tax credit on the battery bank. But no more. No more. Now you can buy a standalone battery bank, put that in your home, and that's going to qualify for the tax credit all by itself. Well, why is that important, you say? I got a client nearby here in Excelsior that's looking to install a battery bank so he can power it at night at 4 to 5 cents a kilowatt hour instead of the 21 cents they're charging him during the day. Then he's going to use that power during the day and then recharge it at night again. So he's going to be saving, 75% off his electric bill by playing this game. So that's why it's important that the batteries actually now do qualify for the credit. But to the Turbine Guy, the most important thing out of all of this, and something that I got a bunch of crap when I was on AM 950 and ran the Green Power Hour, I constantly harp that I'm not so worried about CO2. CO2 is actually a healthy gas. You want to get rid of CO2, plant a tree, grow some crops, do some other things. There are ways to easily get rid of that. What I was concerned about when it came to quote-unquote global warming gases was methane. Methane is 86 times worse as a global warming gas than CO2. And this stuff escapes everywhere. When they're drilling for oil, it's coming out of garbage dumps, it comes out of pig farms. Methane is developed and emitted into the atmosphere everywhere. Well, finally, the government is taking this aspect of it seriously, which to me makes sense. Really makes sense. And they, they are enacting fines for companies that emit more than 25,000 metric tons of methane. These fines are going to start in 2025. $900 a ton they're going to be charging. By 2027, it's going to ramp up to $1,500 a ton. Now, the government says they're going to be there to help them all transition, and I know a bunch of the corporations currently are transitioning and finding ways to capture it at the wellheads or where they're drilling or whatever. But this is a tremendous, tremendous step, because right now, if you look at our atmosphere, methane is 162% above the concentration level of pre-industrial stage. 162%, and we keep dumping it up there. Well, if you've got a gas that's 86 times worse than carbon dioxide for the global warming issues, and you can do something about it, you need to do something about it. And that's what's coming in this bill. There you have it, folks. Methane is going to be choked off. Renewable energy tax credits are in. Hydrogen, battery banks. Everybody wins. There's a few other things in there like billions and billions of dollars for the big corporate donators. But there's also stuff for the little guy like you and me too. Turbine Guy, signing off.